So I wanted to talk because I just found this video. Like, I was on Instagram and I saw this reel of Kanye West. And he said, it was like a sad Kanye West edit. Kanye said, he was on this interview. He said, I used to have this real smart Alex prayer, and I would say, God, deliver me from pain. And then he said, God took my mom. And nothing will ever hurt him that much again. So, got what he wanted, but he didn't like what he got. And you said, and you hear that, and the Princess of the Frog. You got what you wanted, but you don't like what you got, or something like that. I think that's what it said at the end. And I'll give you an example of that in my own personal life, of stuff that I was doing before I even knew what I was really doing. I think I was in 8th grade when I first found the anime Baki. So I'm not an anime guy, but I really like Baki. And it's motivated me and been, I guess, the entire series as a whole an idol for me and my self-improvement. And it's also one of the only things that motivated me to be like, man, I want to get into martial arts, and I'm going to. And so after I found that anime, I really liked it. On my birthdays, I started to wish to be strong. Right? I think in my head, I want to be strong. And blow the candles. If I'd see a dandelion, I'd pick it up, and I'd wish I want to be strong. And for years I wished that until I think it was my 18th birthday, so almost a year ago. I changed my wish and I said, I want to be a good man. That's what I said. Wish to be a good man, a better man. And so, after the years, and the many times where I wished for strength, what came to me was hardship. In almost every way I could imagine. Something always went wrong, some way, somehow, some inconvenience, something happened all the time. And in order to make someone strong, you have to you have to go through pain, like lifting weight, like going to the gym. It's going to hurt, and it's going to burn, and it's going to be uncomfortable, because it's like, man, you're on the 8th rep, and it's like, man, I don't want to go to the 12th. It's like, I don't want to do 4 more. And it's those, like, that push, that mental push. That's what that strength is that I developed, I would say. I developed strength in many ways. Right? People will say I'm strong. They'll look at me and be like, "Oh man, you look strong." Or when I would do jujitsu, the number one compliment I would get is you're strong. Like, you're strong. And then when I started hearing this, and right now it's October 29th. Ooh, I gotta do some things. Sorry. I was going down the email loophole, but getting out of that. What's the email loophole? Just so that way, you understand. It's something that I kind of coined it off this guy. I don't remember if he exactly said it was the email loophole, but it just makes the most sense to me. So it's when you can apply this to different thoughts. It's like when you're thinking and you're doing this, so right, you're filming a video. And then you all of a sudden get it in your mind, oh man, I need to respond to that email. And then not only, right, that's the thought. And then, oh, I need to respond to that email. And then the rabbit hole, the loop is like, oh, okay, but what am I going to say? When am I going to do it? No, how am I going to, I need to send it soon. When am I going to work on it? How am I going to plan this? All that. And you tax your brain with all that information, all that useless information of things that you don't need to think about. And so then, this is where meditation comes in, right? It's acknowledging the thought and then just letting it pass. As I say, I'm in my white girl era of no negative energy, positive energy, no negative thoughts. Because it's corn, right? You can think it's corn, no positive energy and stuff like that. While when you do things and you want to be a productive and successful person, if you continue to allow negativity to be in your life for whatever reason, well then, you're going to have negative things in your life. What's the fucking point? It's not going to do anything good for you. So be a positive person. Be positive towards yourself and the things that you do. Be your supporter. Be your fan. Because if you're not proud of yourself, if you're not rooting for yourself, if you're not on your side, on your team, kind of fucked, man. I don't know what to tell you. It kind of says something about you if you'd rather be on the other guy's team than yours. And so back to, the original point. I wished for strength and I got it, but that came at a cost. Everything has a price. Everything costs something. And it all depends on how you look at it, how you frame it, what's your intention. There's many things behind getting what you want. And you hear people talk about manifesting, the law of attraction and things like that. And then people have, there's a lot of many, different understandings of that. And back when I started doing, I wish I was strong. I had no idea of that. I was just like, I'm just going to start wishing for this. And first I had to become mentally strong before physically I became strong. And I don't know if you guys could hear that loud ass. Oh my god. And at that time when I was wishing things that, I had no intention behind. I don't even know. I was just doing it. And went through a lot of mental hardships. And I had to cross through those mental territories before I moved on to the physical one. And now, I'm more so focused on, I'm focused on both, I would say. I'm no longer focusing on one or the other. You need to be mentally strong before you're capable of doing anything else. And mental strength. Mental strength, what does that entail? And, in my opinion, well, when things don't go your way, mental strength is not. When somebody takes your parking spot in Walmart, mental strength is not getting out of your car and not yelling at them and not, you fucking dick, you saw that was my fucking parking spot. What the fuck are you? It's mental strength is control. Having control over yourself and the things that you do, which also entails to being disciplined. A disciplined man is a strong man. A disciplined man is a productive man, and a productive man is a successful man. Everything is a loop. Everything is a giant feedback loop of the things that you do. Everything. Absolutely everything. Absolutely everything that you do enforces your current reality. The way you do things, the way you think about doing those things, the people you have in your life, the people you talk to, how you talk to those people, when you talk to those people, it gets down. The more successful a person is, the more autistically detailed, the more detailed he does things. Giving you an example. A small thing that I do is at 6 p.m. I turn on grayscale on my phone. So everything on my phone turns gray. And then at 8 p.m. I turn on red tint on my phone. And then I turn on my red LEDs. At 8 a.m. I turn off red tint and turn on grayscale. And then at 12 p.m. I turn off grayscale. Right, that's an example of a little thing. A little thing could be flossing every day after you brush your teeth. You'd be surprised how many people don't floss. You'd be surprised how many people don't brush their teeth morning and night. You'd be surprised how many people just use toothpaste and don't have a mouthwash. Or who brush their teeth and don't brush their tongue. Or who wash their bodies with their bare hands, or they have a loofah, or someone might think, oh no, loofah has bacteria, I'm going to use a silicone scrubber. Maybe it's the supplements that you take that nobody else takes. It's these different things, right? You could go on and on and on and on and on about it. But at the same time, you need to find what works for you. Just because Andrew Tate does whatever Andrew Tate does doesn't mean if you start doing what Andrew Tate does, it's going to work for you. Sure, you can take things from him and, he does this and I like doing that and that matches my personality, my persona. Match things to you, and then you'll be successful. The way that I explained it to my friend is, we all wanted to be Fortnite pros back in middle school. I'm 18. And you watch the Fortnite pro settings. Oh my God, fucking FaZe. Tfue's new settings just dropped. Ninja's new settings just dropped. I need to snipe them so that way I could be the next best Fortnite player ever. Just because the pro settings, just because you take the settings that the pro uses doesn't mean it's going to make you a pro. Those settings that the pro uses, he uses those because he found what works for him. That's why the settings are highly customizable. Because maybe one pro likes things super high up. Maybe the other pro likes his things just a little slightly below that. And maybe the other guy likes his shit all the way down so it's nice and smooth and not flicky. Sure, you can copy the settings. But if you want to get any good, you gotta hop into the playground in the creative, and you need to adjust your settings as you move, as you go. You take something and you work with it until it becomes something of your own. It's okay to copy. Bro, in music, we're at the point nobody creates new music anymore. It's the same beats, just in a different way, in a different tune. The same song sung, in a different beat. Same message, same thing. But yet, people are like, oh my God, this song is so good. I never heard this song before. You hear these things all the time. You're just not aware enough to hear you're not aware to see how similar the sounds are around you. You like to think that everything's a different color, but it's really not. They just like to make you think that it is. It's okay to copy, okay? It's like my germs: journal, exercise, read, meditate, sleep, your habit tracker, your 5 habits, germs. Take those, bro. Take them from me. That's my acronym, germs. If I see another motherfucker coining terms, I know it's going to come from me, because nobody invented that besides me. Take it. Journal, exercise, read, meditate, 8 hours of sleep every day. Take my habit tracker, take my germs, and then from those, create something of yourself. Create something that you like, that you can enjoy, that you are consistent with, that is stable for you in your life, that works with your schedule. And I guess reeling myself back to the point of what I was originally talking about with Kanye, is that everybody performs magic on a daily basis. Every day, people perform rituals and they cast spells. Not like Harry Potter. When it's your birthday and they turn off the lights and they light the candle and they start singing the same tune, they're in sync, and they finish singing their song and they're all looking at you, make your wish, and you blow the candle out and everybody claps and now you eat cake. That was one, that's a ritual that everybody does in their life. And their wish, it's a wish. But also, you have to have intention and feeling behind your wish. When you're wishing, when you're on your, I want a new iPad. I want something, but you have like a little wiener energy in you. It's like like I wish this just because, I feel on my birthday, and it's like you have to make a wish or whatever. Don't be a bitch. When you wish to be strong, the spell only works you have to have a few different things. The spell only works when you have intention, when you have direction. You know what you want out of this. Intention. When you go approach a girl, guys don't approach girls with intent, so they fumble. When you approach a girl, you have to have an intent of where you want the conversation. What do you want out of this conversation? When you go approach this girl, what do you want? Do you want to marry this girl? Do you want to have sex with this girl? Do you want to, you just want to talk to this girl and just chat up some fucking bullshit? What do you want? When you approach her and you don't know why you're approaching her, it's gonna be awkward. It's an awkward conversation because she doesn't know why you approached her and you don't know why you approached her. So it's gonna get fucked. You have to have an intention, and an intention kind of just sets the direction of how you want things to go. You approach a girl, your intention is I want to beat them doonies down. Then you're going to go and approach her and talk to her and lead the conversation in the direction of your intention, which is to beat it down. So you're going to get what you want, but you have to have an intention of wanting it. And then once you have your intention set out, you have to commit to action. There's no intention, there's no action. Well, yeah, there's action without intention. But why? It's not, this is your gun, bro. This is your loaded gun right here. Your intention is you want to go hook up with that girl. Okay, so now you're going to walk differently. You're going to speak differently. You're going to have a different look to you because you have intention in your mind, in your body. And you have this intention, and now you go commit to an action of approaching her. Now, actually, let me rewind back. You have to have emotion, intention, and action. Emotion, intention, action. Emotion. Bro, that girl is so fine, bro. She's a certified baddie, bro. I would do anything for this girl. I am so goddamn horny right now, bro. I'd fuck, bro. Oh my God. The bed would break, bro. Your emotion, your feeling. You're horny. You want it, you feel, you maybe feel like a masculine man. You feel like a man. Like an animal, a beast. And it's time to, leak some steam out. Your emotion. I want to fuck this bad bitch, bro. Okay? Your intention. You could want to fuck this girl, but you might approach her with the intention just to take her out on a date. It's not what you want. Your emotion doesn't line up with your intention. And so then when you commit to action, you get a little clusterfuck of shit that you didn't want. You want to fuck this girl, but you're too scared to be confident in that. And so you back down, and your intention is, okay, I can't be like, so what, you go talk to this girl, so let's see if I could get her number. Your intention is to see if you can get her number, not if you take her on a date. Your intention isn't, man, I want to take this girl on, I'm going to take this girl out on a date. Your intention is, I want to get her number. You'll probably get her number, doesn't mean you're going to get a date. You might get her Instagram, doesn't mean that you're going to get a follow back. Doesn't mean she owes you anything. And so your action, your output is nil because it's not what you wanted. So what's the fucking point? When you want something and you feel it inside of you that this is what you want, that's step one. You want it. If you don't want it, it's not going to come to you. First of all, you have to want it inside. You have to want it inside you. That's crazy. I can't believe I was about to unironically say that. That emotion has to be genuine. You can't fake your emotion, right? Fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. You're gonna fake it till you make it. But you're gonna fucking hate it because you realize that everything that you have is fake. When your emotion is, I'm fucking over with my fucking life, man. I want to fucking... It's like you want to kill yourself. What example is better to be used here to explain my point? I mean, girls are pretty easy, right? Pretty easy to use as the analogy. But I mean, it's like I'm past those. I'm past that point. Yeah, I'm past the little things. What's your intention for your life? What intention do you have for yourself? Do you have any feelings towards it? What are your emotions towards yourself, to the people around you, to the outside world? What's your perspective on life? What's your opinion on life? Are you a negative person or are you a positive person? Are you a negative and positive person? What do you try to be every day? When you wake up, do you think to yourself, I'm thankful for being alive? Or do you think to yourself, man, it's another day being alive? Man, you have no gratitude in waking up every morning. You have no gratitude for the sun being out. You have no gratitude for oxygen still being on the planet and it just didn't disappear overnight somehow. Positivity then fuels positive emotions. If you think positive things instead of negative things because you have control over that, you're just too much of a bitch to think to yourself that you have control over that. You can control what you feel, at least as a man. But most, you're a boy, so 90% of girls and boys, of males and females, they're going to be girls and boys. 10% of girls and boys, 10% of females and males will be a man or a woman. Those titles aren't just given to you just because you're a grown up. At least in my perspective. Just because you're 44 doesn't mean you're a man. Just because you did this and that or you feel entitled to earn a respect. Fuck you. Being positive then fuels positive emotions. When you finally find yourself being grateful for things you never thought to be grateful about, and you find yourself liking your life, well, not liking, I mean, you're just positive, man. It's like you don't want negative energy around you. So if there's no negative energy around you, then there's only going to be positive, right? And then that fuels your life. Your internal speaking, your internal thoughts then dictate your emotions, right? Let me tell you this, right? You could be doing just your normal everyday life, right? And then all of a sudden you start thinking about your ex-girlfriend getting dick down, bro. Now your shit's fucked. You just had a relatively normal day, and now that thought, that negative thought came into your brain. You went down the email rabbit hole of thinking the details of those thoughts, maybe. And then now your emotions are negative because your thoughts, you thought something negative that influenced you to feel negatively. And then that's it. That's when you're at a low, that's when your consciousness is low. It's you're reactive, you're a reactive person. There's no control. You have no control over yourself at all. You can't stop yourself from eating McDonald's because whatever excuse you say. You won't stop jerking off for whatever excuse you tell yourself. You won't go to the gym. You won't stop playing Clash Royale. You won't delete TikTok. You won't delete Instagram. You won't do this. You won't do that. You won't do this. You won't do that because it's hard. I don't like how it makes me feel. That's you. You don't like how things make you feel. You're a feminine creature. That's what femininity is. They feel things. Here's how I explain feminine and masculine. Feminine, imagine this roaring river. Like the fucking, the motherfucker, like You see these motherfuckers like in the canoe boats on these like crazy river, the raft riders, and then they flip over in the murky water, just crazy. That's feminine. All these different emotions, all these different things, chaos. Feminine is chaos. Is psychology? This isn't psychology, bro. But I don't remember. I'm almost sure, or I could be fucking biased, extremely biased. I'm pretty sure that feminine, as described, like nature. I think fucking right, chaos and order. Masculine is this big boulder, this fucking big giant rock that's in the middle of the fucking roaring river that just never moves. It's just there. It's the boulder that the femininity then alters around. The water then goes around the boulder because the boulder isn't moving. Feminine. Oh my god, honey, we missed our flight to Cabo. Oh my god, our first class tickets. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? And then, masculine is just like, baby girl. Baby girl already got us new plane tickets. It's okay. We're on that. Our next flight is in an hour, babe. Don't worry about it. Just some bullshit example, right? You know what I'm talking about. Your girl is, oh my god, this happened, right? You got your girl, this happened today, and oh my god, this guy cut me off in traffic, and then just like, yeah, sweetheart. Yes, oh really? Oh no. And so then that's, but these extreme polarizations on the line, right? They're on different sides of each other. Polarity. This little, the fucking plane example that I gave, these, it's just a little one. And the scale that in the feminine and masculine, it's such a broad range with so many things that encapsulates this. It's so big. It's a big thing, man. It's not, a lot of people write, you on masculinity when Andrew Tate came on as toxic masculinity and stuff like that. It's like, every time, probably on the internet, when somebody talks about masculinity in their mind, it's like toxic. Oh my God. Because they get that came from Andrew Tate. I don't know where else that came from. Andrew Tate came on and everybody started talking about toxic masculinity and stuff like that. People don't talk about toxic femininity. People are like, what's that? I never heard of that. You'll come to find that I'm a guy who expects both people to play the game. Just because a girl is a girl, that doesn't mean she's entitled to the fucking seat on the Titanic, cunt. Your worth isn't more than me just because of your just because of your genitals. Kids, fuck. Fuck. Do I really want to kick this 6-year-old kid off the boat? Is anybody watching? Is anybody looking? Hold on, I need to make sure. I could just say he fell off he fell off the raft, guys. It was, he just fell off. I tried to catch him, I swear to God. Fuck, what was I just talking about? Oh. Just because you're a teacher doesn't mean I'm going to respect you. Just because you're a police officer doesn't mean you immediately earn my respect. Just because of some status that you think that you have. Just because you're old. Because you're an old woman, I have to give you my parking spot. Because you're an old man, I have to respect you. for the things, for whatever. I don't know who you were. I don't know the fucked up things that you did. Everybody does fucked up things. Just because you did something that's giving you status, whatever, I guess, I still say, veterans, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I respect you and I'm, giving you gratitude for my service. Doesn't mean I need to respect you as a person. I respect what you served and the time that you did because nobody wants to do those things, and I respect you for that. But doesn't mean I'm going to respect you as the individual person. Sure, old timers are different. Maybe that wasn't a good example, right? Respect old people. Doesn't mean they immediately deserve it. The old entitled woman who thinks just because she's old, she's going to get, she deserves because she's entitled to it. The young teenage, the young model girl who thinks she's entitled to the VIP passes or this and that just because she's pretty. And that's just because that's how she lived her life. Because, oh, she's a pretty girl and she gets what she wants. She gets what she wants. The guy, the popular bully guy who picks on fucking, or what example can I use for guys? It's like I'm thinking like the gym. A guy who goes to the gym, a guy who does good things doesn't mean he's a good guy. Just because somebody does something good doesn't mean they're good. Doesn't mean because somebody does one respectful thing doesn't mean they're worthy as respect as a whole. Just because Joe Blow's going to the gym doesn't mean he's improving his life. Just because, fuck. Let's see, guys. Oh, yeah. Just because you were nice to the girl doesn't mean she has to have sex with you. Just because you paid for the dinner and you got played. That's what you did. That's what happened. You think, guys aren't very intelligent and girls aren't very intelligent, but, they're also not dumb. Depending on who you're talking to, right? If I was a girl, of course I know this lame bum-ass dude wants to fuck. But he's desperate enough to come pay for dinner and think that he's entitled to that for some reason. Because you threw a little money. Oh, because you bought me flowers and you wrote me a little love letter or whatever. You're not entitled to it just because you commit some actions that you think make you deserving of getting what you want. You have to earn it. To the guy who gets no bitches and is like, man, I want huzz. I want some pussy, bro. Oh my God. It's like, then go fuck a fat bitch. Go be a torta pounder. There's probably 15 fat virgins who will give you their virginity tonight just because you want to give them some validation that they never got because, society just discards them for being some fat bitches, right? Go fuck a fat girl. She'll want you because no other guy wants her, but you won't. Because you, the ugly male, thinks he's deserving of the attractive woman. For what? You don't have muscles. You're not that good looking. You don't have balls. And they're not full. You have no confidence, no drive. You are fucking nobody, loser, nobody. You're just an average guy. Probably a little bit less than. You do what everybody else does. You know what's the newest TikTok song trend. You know what you just saw the craziest Instagram reel. You fucking I don't bro. Fuck. I know I just said I was on Instagram this morning. Nah, bro, I'm not even on Instagram like that, bro. I got it on my Safari. I use that shit on my Safari app. But you know, I did scroll a little bit on Reels today. I ain't gonna lie. I started this video wanted to talk about like magic shit, like manifestation basically. And I started talking about equality. Guys, I'm not talking about equality here. I mean, I guess I am. I'm saying that all you motherfuckers have to go out and earn it. That's what I'm saying. You fucking punk bitches need to go fucking earn the shit that you want. You want a good guy? You want to stop getting cheated on? Then how about you start putting in some fucking work into yourself and becoming a woman that you respect and that other women respect and that other women want to be, and then you develop the high standards that you created from putting the work into yourself, and then go find a good guy. How about you work on yourself first? You want a bad bitch? Go to the gym. How about that? You want a bad bitch? Go get your fucking money up, broke bitch. You're broke. You're weak. Your ass can't bench 200 pounds. That's baseline. Boy, that's base. You can't bench 200 pounds, boy. You can't lift half the population of females, bro. You can't even pick her up. And you want to lay her down? Come on. Boy, you acting like D-Kane. You want to be successful? You want to be Mr. Millionaire and successful in your business? Okay, cunt, you're waking up at 9:30 every day. Yesterday, you didn't go to the gym, bro. Yesterday, you were too tired. You want to be patient. You want to achieve higher consciousness. Boy, you don't even meditate. Where's your meditation streak at? You don't even have a meditation app. You don't even read books. You think you're smarter than everybody else around you? Boy, you don't read. You scroll. You think you're smarter because the reels you get are about conspiracy theories and spirituality. Brother, open a book. Read the table of contents at least. What are you actually doing in your life to be proactive, to be productive, to get what you want? You want these things, okay? It's not going to come to you just because you want it. Just because you want to fuck that bad bitch over there doesn't mean all of a sudden she's going to approach you just because you want something to happen. You have to have intention behind it. Okay, you want to be successful because you're fucking over what you got. You want to create something new because you're at a low point in your life that you're tired of doing the same shit that you've been doing the last 18 years, 20 years, 25 years. I'm 18. You're 18, 19. What are you going to be when you're 25? You think you're going to be 19 forever? You're not. I'm not going to be 18 forever. And I'm realizing this when I turn 19. I'm not going to be 19 forever, bro. I'm turning 20 next year. What are you going to be? What are you like when you're 20? You're probably 20 years old right now and you're just starting your gym streak. Imagine if you started 2 years ago. Imagine if I started 4 years ago. Where would I be? Imagine if I started, it's nearly here or there. I don't focus on the past, and I don't focus on the future. What am I doing today? What are you doing today? What'd you do today? Oh, you went to the gym tomorrow? Who the fuck cares? You should have gone to the gym yesterday. You're telling people you go to the gym. I'm a guy who works out. I go to the gym 6 days a week. It's my 16th week. I'm here wanting to post fucking videos and be Mr. Inspirational and I don't know, try to change people's lives. How am I supposed to do that if I'm missing the gym? It doesn't work like that. How am I supposed to help when I myself am not meditating? I myself am not reading. I myself am not journaling. How can I speak about running a business and building a business when I'm not uploading a video every day? When I don't have a video coming out at noon every day? You're not following you get the things in your mind that you want and then you don't do them. And you lose confidence in yourself and then you just become even more of a Debbie Downer bitch. Oh my God, things are so hard for me. My life is so difficult. Woe is me. I need to take the medicine to make me feel better because I can't make myself feel better on my own. Oh, so sad. You're a fucking bitch. That's what you are. Because you don't do anything that you say that you're going to do. And then you get embarrassed, so you definitely don't do it, right? You tell all your friends, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And then you don't do them, and then you kind of just shut up like a good little bitch. Because you don't want anybody to bring up what you said you were going to do again. Hey, man, you said you were going to do this. Oh, yeah, bro. Some bullshit excuse that you give. It's yet another time where you gave up on your dream because it was too hard to do. And now you're going to die like 80% of people. You might watch some videos and get hyped up. You might do that. Might feel good about yourself. In the moment, you might listen to what I'm saying and be like, okay, I actually got to do things, but you're not going to because you're a bitch. That's what you are. That's who you are inside, internally. 80% of people are bitches. Boys and girls. I'm not, bro, I will throw shade both directions. Girls need to work for their value just as much as guys need to. Sure, girls are inherently given their value based off their looks, but imagine, you know how degrading that is? If I was a girl and I saw that society was like, okay, well, these guys only want me because I'm pretty, not because of the things that I'm doing. It's like I'm going to become better. I'm going to become the best, baddest, strongest fucking bitch I possibly can be. Maybe it's just my spirit and how my, energy is. Regardless, I'd be the same. If I was a girl, I'd be a bad bitch. If I was a guy, I'd be one hot fucking dude. There's no difference for me. If I was a girl, I'd still be one. If I was a girl, I still want to be a goddamn billionaire, boy. What the fuck? I'd still want to be a fucking millionaire. And so, my standards and what I say, it should, even though this is really a boys' channel, it's still this same thing applies to your mom, to your dad, to your aunt, to your grandma. You're a human. Humans are all the same. Their ego hurts. They say it's too hard. They just don't have any mental, they're not strong. You're not strong. You're not strong like me. I had to go through a lot of shit, a lot of emotional hardship, and now I'm capable of dealing with a couple backslashes. I'm capable of getting a little roughed up. You get fucking punched in the mouth and you go call the cops. You don't even get a get back, bro. You don't even slime them out. You know, somebody shoots your brother, you don't even get your get back, bro. You're a bitch. You don't do nothing. You don't do anything with your life. You're going to die working. You're going to die hating your life. You're probably going to marry some girl who you know deep inside that that's all you ever could have gotten, because you're at the stage of your life where you realize you're not as much as an attractive guy as you thought you were, because you're no longer an 18-year-old boy. You're now a 25-year-old man. And you kind of basically got two choices now in your life. Either you're going to get tied down. This is really how things go, right? You're going to be a fucking alone loser. You're going to have a baby mama. You're going to be married to a girl who you both kind of know, like, but don't want to say. It's like, well, she married you because the guys that she don't want her, and you married her because the girls that you want don't want you. That's why you're with the person that you're with, usually, because the person that you actually wanted didn't want to be with you. So you chose maybe the next best thing. And the next best thing is really just that. We don't got Nikes, but you can have some Adidas. I don't really want to fucking wear Adidas, kind. I mean, I like Nike. What do you mean what do you mean you don't have any Adidas? You have the shoe store? Well, I came here to get something. Look, I came, I was at the grocery store, and oh no, doesn't matter. It's about to be an hour video, bro. I might just have to cut this into 2 parts. I don't know. Did 52 minutes, bro. Who the fuck is gonna watch this? I mean, you don't even gotta watch the video, just listen to what I'm saying. You know, I get some real fucking heat up in this brain. Not even covered everything that I wanted to cover. I don't even know how I sat on my bed talking about this shit for an hour. What the fuck? You know I'm crazy, man. You know I got shit to talk about, man. I just filmed this shit for an hour. Yesterday, I filmed like a 45-minute video and I didn't even upload it. Fuck, bro. Look, even though I'm not uploading, I'm doing all this shit that I tell you. I'm not uploading, but I'm doing everything else that I should be doing. This actually isn't too bad. This isn't pretty. It's pretty comfortable right here. Fuck. I mean, I guess I gotta wrap this up. I don't even know if I can split this video. I think I might have to go in and cut it and then film and be like, hey, look, this video is long as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. But watch the whole thing though. I don't know. Anyways, let me sum up my points. You're a bitch. Once you accept that you're a bitch, only then can you rise. You need to accept that you're at the bottom in order to go to the top. Because when you're at the bottom and you're convincing yourself that it's like, you're not at the bottom, bitch, shut the fuck up. You're at the bottom, okay? Once you accept that you're fat and you look in the mirror and you see yourself, man, this dude is fat as fuck, ugly as fuck, chopped shit, only then can you start improving. Once you realize your faults, only then can you fucking make them good parts of yourself, cunt. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to follow the truth. You need to seek the truth despite the answers. You might not want to know your hoe going. But knowing your hoe is going, that just makes it harder, but it makes it easier. Because when you seek the truth and you put your back against the wall and you truly realize that you have nowhere to go, only then will you start going somewhere. Seriously. That's how it works. You have to fucking hate everything. Not hate everything. You don't have to be Mr. I hate myself. I'm so depressed. I mean, like, you just got to get to a point where it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, what the fuck am I doing? You awake. You wake up for the first time in your life. You become conscious of your actions. You become conscious of your emotions. Where do they come from? What do they do to me? What do they cause? Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. Your internal world, man, I hate everything so much, becomes your external world. Man, the world is shit, man. Nothing good is gonna happen in the world, man. You know, your internal world. Like, bro, you could be a Chad, bro, but like your internal world, girls don't like me. Girls think I'm ugly. I'm not muscular enough. I don't look good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not good at that. Your internal world then becomes your external world. There's lower consciousness. And then, right, your external world then proves to your internal world that girls don't like you. And so you can be Mr. Muscular. You could be fucking jaw-dropping gorgeous. But you fuck yourself. Life does not fuck you, guys. Life does not fuck you. Sometimes it does, okay? It does. Okay, it does. I won't bullshit that with you, right? But most of the time, 99% of the time, it's you who's fucking you. And you don't want to accept that the one who's bending you over is you. The problem is you. You're the problem. It's not her. It's not the other her. And it's definitely not the other her. It's you. You're the problem in your life. You're the reason why you don't go to the gym. You're the reason you don't eat clean. You're the reason you don't meditate. You're the reason you don't journal. You're the reason why you're broke. You're the reason why you're unhappy with your life. You're the reason why nobody wants to be your friend. You're the reason nobody respects you. You're the reason why nobody wants to be you. If nobody wants to be you, then nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to listen to you because you're fucking useless. You serve no purpose in this earth besides working for the economy. That's what you do. You're an economic slave. You're a slave. You're going to work till you die, and that's it. You're going to work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day because you need to pay off the 5 loans you took out to get your fucking house, to get your car, to get fuck all, to finance your fucking new iPhone. I don't know. It's you. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. It's not your friends. It's you who continues to keep making the same choices they've always made and then crying and bitching about never leaving that space. Well, motherfucker, how about you get your fucking fat ass off the ground and start doing something with your fucking life instead of trying to blame everybody else for the bullshit you got going on. Take responsibility for your fucking life. Fucking loser. Be a responsible young boy. Because you're not a man yet. Start taking responsibility for the shit you fucked up. Take responsibility for the shit you don't want to take responsibility for. The dog shit on the floor. It's not your dog. Clean the shit up. The fucking cat bowl is empty. The dog bowl is empty. And is not your dog? Well, fill up the fucking bowl anyways, cunt. Be a fucking man. When you start taking responsibility for things that aren't your responsibility, you'll find you'll start being more responsible for yourself. You'll start doing the responsible things that you need to do. Maybe you'll do your fucking homework. Your thought, which should be positive, you think a positive thought. It fuels a positive emotion, which fuels a positive intention, which creates the positive action. The positive emotion of that I can be more than what I am creates the emotion of fire, the motivation, that burning, that little candle that you have. It ignites. Starts burning. And now your intention is, if I go to the gym, well, fuck. I can't even speak on that. Intention. What does that even mean? Okay. Here's what I concluded. Because I can't speak on my things without acknowledging your place. You're a loser. You're not capable of doing the things that I'm doing. You're just not. You don't have the mental fortitude. You don't have the mental strength. You don't have the experience. You don't have the wisdom. You're not that guy. You can't do what I do. Can't do what Andrew Tate does. You can't do what fucking Hamza Ahmed does. When you're a fucking loser, the only thing that, like, intention doesn't matter. You just have to start doing things. I'm at the point on my journey where I have to have intention in the things that I do in order to go to the next stage. So me speaking about intention is important for me. Not necessarily for you. You just need to go to the gym. You don't need to have an intention of what you're doing at the gym. You just need to go. You don't need to have an intention of what what you're going to talk to that girl about. You don't talk to girls, so how about you just go talk to them in the first place? How about that? You don't talk to girls and yet you expect to have sex with girls, brother, please. You don't know how to have a conversation with the biological woman? What makes you think that you're going to take her out on a date and beat her down? You're not. Because you're not worth it. And you're not that guy. You're not that guy. Okay? So don't fucking worry about intention and shit. Just fucking start doing shit, you fucking loser. You don't need a reason to go to the gym. You don't need a reason to start meditating. You don't need a reason to start journaling. Sleeping 8 hours a day. Just do it. You don't need a reason to delete TikTok or social media. You don't need a reason to start eating healthy and stop eating junk food or processed shit. The person who needs a reason is the person who stays the same. If you need an explanation on things, on self-improvement things, if you need it, why should I go to the gym and not do calisthenics? Why should I just live? Why should I lift? Why should I, whatever. You're a bitch. That's what you are. You're a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not, actually. You should be sorry. Now, I've been talking for an hour. This video is going to take forever to upload. My phone's going to overheat. But that's what I got to say. You know, don't be a bitch. Come talk to me. I'll help you. I will. But the people who still want to be a bitch ain't going to hit me up. That's what it is. Not everybody can win. Not everybody's going to. That's why there's 80%. That's why there's the 80%. Everybody could win, but not everybody's going to. That's what it is. What are you going to be? What are you going to be when you're 25? Still playing Clash Royale? You fucking bum. Okay. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.